Let me show you how to build an opt-in page using groovefunnels and AI to make it super fast for you to collect emails and build your email list. I'm going to be using groovefunnels to show you how to build an opt-in list, but you can do the same thing using Kartra or using ClickFunnels 2.0 as well in order to create your own landing pages using AI to build that email list faster. I'll leave links to all of the different platforms in the description below for you so you can figure out which is going to work best for you. So I had one of my viewers actually ask me how to build the opt-in list so they can collect the email addresses to build their list. Kathy had left me a message on one of my videos about how to launch a product saying, I can do the opt-in page. So in other words, she understands the concept of the opt-in page, but I don't have a website. So how would I collect them? This gets me stuck every time I try to move ahead. And I don't even want to go down the rabbit hole of trying to set up my own website as I have no technical skills at all. So thank you so much, Kathy, for reaching out to me because that is a huge block that a lot of people have. It's one that I had as well. Okay, so let's dive right in and I'm going to show you how to build an opt-in page. So the very first thing you're going to need to do is make sure you have access to one of these platforms. When you head over to Groove, then this is how the page will look. You can just ignore that pop-up. They're promoting their grooveai, which I will talk about in just a moment, which is one of the reasons I'm so excited about groovefunnels because they're going to incorporate the ability to use AI right inside the platform. All you simply do is click on the Get Started, and then it will bring it down here and it'll show you exactly what you're getting to get started. And you simply put your name and your email in, and then you create your username and your password right there. You don't need to pay a thing to get started. I love that. Then once you're logged in, this is what the dashboard looks like. So inside of Groove, you can see they have all kinds of apps because it's an all-in-one business platform. So you're going to build your web pages in here. You can add your products in here. You can create your mailing system and set up automated emails so that you can automate your business. Even create a blog, which is a great way to market your business. And on the side here, you can see there are many, many more apps that are part of Groove. And they are currently creating their AI bot, which will have a little robot up here at the top of the page. And then when you're in the platform, no matter where you are, whether you're building your pages, building your emails, wherever you are, your blog, your memberships, you can access that little robot and then it will help you create your copy for those pages or for those emails and help you write it much faster. And grooveai, and I'll talk a little bit more about grooveai in a moment because it is a separate company that works together with groove.cm. And it is going to help you create the best copy to really convert your visitors to make sure they sign up to your email list and then make sure that they buy your products or services. Right now, we're going to head straight into Groove pages. So I have created this opt-in page just to show you we want it to keep it really simple. We just want a main headline, a subheadline, and a call to action for them to put in their email address. That's as simple as we want it, but you really don't need much more than this in order to create a simple opt-in page to start building your email list. So I'm going to walk you through how I did this because this I created from scratch and I want you to know how to create it from scratch so you can do that too. But I'm also going to show you how you can just use a template and make it easier. Before we do, let me just show you up here. Do you see this little area where you've got a computer, a laptop, a tablet, both horizontal and vertical, and also your cell phone. And it's really important. You want to make sure that your page looks good on all of these devices. And you can see that I haven't quite adjusted it yet. This one doesn't look too bad, but we want to adjust. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment as well. It's super easy. GrooveFunnels have made it super easy. Plus, I'm going to show you how I got this copy. So the words on the page are called copy. And I used ChatGPT to create the copy. And we're going to have a look at this together. Okay, so first what you would do is you would go to your pages on the side here and you would click Create New Page. And what I did for that diaper one that you see is I created a blank template. You could also have a look for templates that are already pre-done. And you can see the ones that have a little crown that say premium, you need to upgrade to the full version of Groove in order to use those. But there are ones that are not premium that you can use to start with. So this one, for example, does not need a premium account to use it. Neither does this one. And this is a nice simple template. So let's try this one first to show you how to use it. I chose it. Now we're going to import that full template. and it created a page for us. And now it's uploaded it here. And the nice thing about the templates that are pre-made from Groove is that on these pages, let me just close that, you can see they've made it look really good and fit really well for all of the different forms of devices, which is a huge time saver and just makes things look much more professional across the board. All you would do, it's so simple. You just click on this. This little cogwheel is how you get to the settings, and then you would choose your logo. So I'm just going to choose a logo. If you don't have a logo already, you can also go and have a look at some free stock photos here. And let's just do logo and see what comes up. Now, obviously you would not want to use somebody else's logo, but just to give you an idea, we could choose one of these and just get an idea of what it might look like. So let's choose this one. And this is where you can put in information about your pictures, and that helps with the search engines finding your site. For right now, I'm going to leave it empty, and now you can see it. It's simply added that photo there. And if it was yours, then it would put yours in there. Up here, you can also undo anything that you do. So you can see how it went back, or you can redo anything that you do, and then you can save. Okay, and this little eyeball over here lets you see what the page would look like. In preview mode, the links won't work, but it gives you the ability to see what the page would look like. All right, so we'll close that. I would actually, on this page, I would get rid of this entire block. And let me just quickly show you something here. If I click on this image, have a look at the bottom here where it says image, and then it goes container, nav bar, which is your navigation bar, container, block, and body. The body is the entire website. The block is just that one section. So when you're wanting to write in something, so if I clicked here and I wanted to write, it wouldn't write. I need to make sure I'm in the text box, and then I can go ahead and I can write. All right. So you want to make sure you're in the right one. This picture is over here. If I look at the layout, the two block layout, you can see the picture is on one side and the words, if I do the container, is on the other side. They are together in what is called a 2x2 layout. Let me show you what it looks like over here in Elements. This, do you see how it says 2 columns? And if I were to pull that in here, see how it created 2 containers? And when I'm on the 2x2 layout, I could move that and I could put it here. See, and that's where you can add things. So, for example, if I wanted to add an image, I would drag it into that. And then I would upload the image that I want. So I'm just going to choose the image of the diaper, for example. Again, this is just to get you familiar. And then you can see how the diaper got in there. See? Now I'm going to undo because I don't want to mess with what's already there. I just want you to get familiar with how easy it is to adjust things. Now for a simple landing page, we're going to get rid of this whole top section here. We just want this piece here with this lady and the opt-in form. So what we want to do is I've clicked somewhere in here. We want to make sure we are on the block level, and then we just press delete. And now it's gone. So I'll save that. And now you can see it's so much cleaner, right? We want to make it as easy for them to sign up for our list as possible. Okay, input. We want to make sure we're in the form itself. And that is where you would choose which integration you want to use or which form you want to use. Now this is using a different integration than what I want to show you. I want to make it even easier. I would go to Elements, I would scroll down and use GrooveMail form, because you can create a form right inside of GrooveMail, and I would put that right there. And then I would actually get rid of this form container, and I'm making sure it's in the full form container. Delete, and now it's a placeholder until we put a form in. So let me show you, for example, if I choose one of my forms that I've created, 3, and we're going to do it with the orange button. All right. And there is the form that I created for the diaper page. Okay. And then here again, you would simply choose the image that you want to have there. So for example, we'll use the diapers. And you're getting the picture, right? Okay. So that's how you use a template. You literally just copy and paste, drag and drop the elements that you want in. Now I want to show you how to do it yourself instead. So we're going to just save that. And we're going to go back over to Pages. And we're going to create a page just like this. So now we're going to say plus, and we're going to do a blank template. And this is what a blank template looks like. And then what you want to do is you want to add, And you have areas you can create your own using templates as well. So instead of a full template that's already done, you can do it sections as well. So you could have, if we scroll down here, you could put a header at the top of your page. Then underneath, and if I were to do that, if I chose this header, for example, and then if I'm on here and I want to make sure that I get to the block level, if I wanted to add more, I would click the plus sign, and then let's say I want a footer underneath it, and I would grab one of these footers. And now you can see that is down there, and then I would just customize it. All right, is this making sense? If this is making sense, then please do hit that thumbs up button under the video, and it lets me know that this is making sense. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to create it completely from scratch. We're going to add a page. We're going to say blank template, and then instead of choosing one of these predefined ones, what we're going to do is we're going to just choose empty blocks. And we want the very top one is going to be 2 images. We need 2 containers. So we're going to choose this one. All right, so now we have 2 empty containers. And if we have a look, and we're going to use AI in just a minute with creating it. It's really, really fun, and it makes it so fast, and you don't have to be a special copywriter. Let other people who already know how to sell your stuff do it for you, right? Okay, so we have the new page. We've got 2 blocks, and we want it to look like this. We want a picture here, an opt-in form here, and we need some space up there. So since we need some space up here, I want to also create a block on top of it. So an empty block and a single one there. And we're going to go to elements on the side here, and we're going to put in 1 head text there. And then close that. And this is where we will put this information in. And I'll show you where I got this in a minute, but for right now, we'll just copy and paste that. And we'll highlight, paste. And then what we're going to do is head over to this side. This is where you change sizes and colors and move things around. So I'm going to say center it, and I'm going to make it bigger, and I'm going to change it to be bold. And what else have I got here? Let's see. So I've got it even bigger. So I'm going to make it even bigger, something like that. And now I want to add a second line underneath it. If it doesn't sit in the right spot right away, it's not a big deal. Just click on it and then you can move it, and then it's in the right spot. So now we're going to take this part, copy and paste, put it in there. We're going to, again, center it. And we're going to make it a little bit bigger, something like that. Save. And there we go. So now we need to have a form, a where shall we send it, and an image. So in this one, we're going to put the image. So we go over to elements. We're going to scroll down. You can also find them on the side here. If I clicked media, you can see it there. If you click all elements, I just tend to scroll down, grab image, put it in there. And then we're going to choose the image of the diapers that we want. And then this empty container over here, we need a call to action telling them what to do, and then a form to put it in. So we're going to go to elements. We're going to put just a paragraph in here, and we're going to copy this information, copy, and we're going to pop that in there, paste. All right, oops. And I'm okay to not center that. Then we're going to go back over to elements again, and we're going to choose a form. So we're going to scroll down, and we want Groove Mail form. Pop that in there, and then we're going to choose the form that we've created, and I will show you how to create that in just a moment. I called it Test 03, which is fine, and I created a special orange button, which I will show you in just a moment as well. There, so there is our form. So here is our page, and again, if you want to put a footer in so you can show your legal things, you would just click on the full block. So anywhere in here, and then we go to block. So if I clicked on the form, we want to make sure we move across to get to the block level. And then we click on that little plus, and we can go to footers, and we can just choose one of these preset footers, and then we can put our information in there. All right, does that make sense? Let's have a look. So we'll preview it. And there it is with our footer at the bottom there. So now we want to have a look and make sure everything fits nicely in here. So this is something you need to know. When you're working and it's toggled on, you're putting the information across everything. You can't have words or images on just one device and not another. So what you want to do is toggle it off. Now any changes you make won't affect the rest of them. Again, keeping in mind that if you change the text or the images, that will change across all. But as far as the sizes go, it won't change. So we have the sizes here just fine. So for example, let me show you this. So if we go here, you can see that the footer is there. If I come over here and I take this block away, and then I have a look over here, the block is gone. Do you see that? So big things like that will go across even if it's not toggled on, which is fine because we want it to be consistent. What we're going to do is make it fit nicely. Now you don't want to make things super small because you have to make sure people can read it, but you still want to change it a little bit so that it just looks nicer. This is all good. This is good. I'm happy with all of that. Okay. So that's how simple it is. And then it's all the same there. Now, how did I get the title and the subtitle? I used AI, and there will be a button up here. It's going to be a Chrome extension from Groove, and it's going to have the ability to put your text right in your website and right in your emails. For right now, I'm using ChatGPT. I gave ChatGPT a little bit of an idea about the business. Imagine you are a company that sells reusable diapers to mothers. The diapers are eco-friendly and really healthy for your baby, and I'd like you to create some sales copy for my Optin page where I give away a free checklist for what to look for in a good reusable diaper. Does this make sense? And I highly recommend you always ask AI if it makes sense. So it then gave me an idea of what the company was about. And it already did some copy for me, but I didn't ask it to do that yet. It actually created it like an email, which is not what I wanted it to do. But it did tell me that it understood the concept of my business, so that was fine. So I just ignored that and I said, I need a headline that inspires visitors to opt in for this free checklist. And it gave me, discover the essential checklist for healthy and eco-friendly diapering. Get your free copy now. And I didn't really like that. I, as a mother of a young child, would not be that interested. It didn't grab me. It wasn't conversational enough. It wasn't intriguing enough. So I said, please rewrite that headline in a style like Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy, if you're not familiar, is one of the most famous copywriters in the world and has taught the majority of all the other famous copywriters how to write copy in a way that is very intriguing and gets the highest amount of people to convert either as an opt-in or as a sale. So then it came back with, unlock the secrets to optimal diapering. Claim your free copy of the must-have checklist for healthy and eco-friendly diapers. It was better, but it was very long. So I said, please make the headline tighter and more inspiring, maybe 7 to 10 words. And it came back with, diapering done right. Your free essential checklist awaits. I loved that. So that's what we have here. Diapering done right. Your free essential checklist awaits. Then I asked it, now please write a subheadline that really gets them super excited to download the checklist right away and use the problem solution or the with without structure. So that's where you say something like, get this diaper without the mess with all the ease or something like that, right? So it said, say goodbye to diaper woes. Discover the ultimate checklist for choosing healthy and eco-friendly reusable diapers. Now, download now. But it was, again, a bit wordy. So I said, now rewrite it and make it include with pleasure and without pain. It took it a little too literally because it literally said here, experience diapering bliss. I'm not sure if you're actually going to have bliss when you're diapering, but okay, it's AI, right? We'll give it a little bit of space there. Unlock the ultimate checklist for choosing healthy and eco-friendly reusable diapers with pleasure and without hassle. You're not going to diaper with pleasure and without hassle. It wasn't understanding what I was asking it. So I gave it a little bit more specific and I asked it to first list out for me a list of pleasure points and pain points that mothers might have for diapering their babies. And then it gave me a whole bunch of lists. So comfort, eco-friendliness, cost savings, adorable designs, healthy and safety. And then some pain points were diaper rash, environmental impact, expensive disposable diapers, inconvenience, lack of comfort, limited design options, right? So I said, great, now AI is on board and understands what I want from it. Now using these, please rewrite the subline. So then it came back with transform diapering into joyful moments. Grab your free essential checklist to eco-friendly diapering. Say goodbye to rashes, environmental guilt, and budget strain. So I said, please shorten this to 10 words. Revel in diapering bliss. I didn't like that. So I ended up just taking this piece right here, the say goodbye to rashes, environmental guilt, and budget strain, because that showed exactly what I wanted. And so that's what we put right here as the subheadline. All right. And then I simply gave them a very specific call to action. Where shall I send your free reusable diaper checklist? So there's no questions. They know exactly what they're getting. They're going to get a checklist, and I'm asking them where to send it, which is psychologically telling them, oh, I need to give an email address so you can send it to me. And they put their email in and their first name. When we create the form, I would actually put first name first, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, so that is your opt-in page. Now, and using AI, and the really, really cool thing about grooveai is when we have the full grooveai platform, we won't have to constantly ask AI to, do you understand what I'm saying? Can you write it in this style? And so on, because Mike Filsaime has created it in such a way where we just literally put the brain of our company into the platform. So it understands it. And then we ask it simply, we want to write a paragraph. We want to write a headline. We want to use this style. It has drop downs, and they already suggest, I want it to be inspiring. I want it to be motivating. They already have it written out. So you don't have to learn prompt engineering, which is going to save you so much time. I'm really excited for you guys. And as soon as I have, a copy of it, Mike's going to send me a copy as soon as it's in beta. I'm going to do a review for you. So keep an eye out for that. And I'll put a link to that in the description below for you once it's ready. Okay, so now what we need to do is create the opt-in form itself. So we're going to head over to Groove Mail. And this is where you create your broadcasts, so individual emails, your sequences, if you have a whole sequence of emails so that it's all done on autopilot, which I highly recommend, your lists, your automations, but we're going to go to forms, and I'm going to show you what I did. So I said new form, and I created the name of the form. So let's go in here, and I'm going to show you what I created. This is what it will look like when you create a new form. It will have a style, and the style will look like this. This one here. If I say use this, and I'm just going to say yes, this is what it's going to look like when you open it. All right. And then what you want to do is, the first thing I highly recommend is shift this first name field to up there. It's nicer for them to put their name in first and then email. And you don't need to have their first name, but it makes communicating with them much more personal. So I highly recommend you ask for the first name. You can ask for more things. You can ask for last name, their address, secondary address, company, phone, and so on. But honestly, the more things you ask for, the less likely they are to fill out your form. So these two are the basics, and that's what I would do. And like I said up here in templates, there are already pre-made forms that you can use. And I actually had changed it to use this orange one. I think there was a white orange one. Let's see. With orange button, this one, I think. Okay. Yes, that's the one that I used. Okay, and then we would go to design. In the design part is where you can actually look over here. Now you've got presets, so you've got different colors, you've got settings, so you can change for each device what you want it to look like so that you only set it once, and every time you use the form, it'll automatically be the right setting for you, which is really cool. And it's something they just added, which is amazing. One of the things you're going to love about groovefunnels is they're constantly updating things. The next, we're going to go to setup, and in the setup, you're going to give, the name of your form, and I called it test 3 for right now. You're going to choose, when people sign up using this form, what list would you like them to be assigned to? So then you would put a list. Now I've just created test 3 as my list name. If you want to assign tags, and again, these are things that you can learn about later. Right now we want to keep things simple, but you can tag people. So for example, I could have mothers who want to do natural diapering who homeschool, and mothers who do natural diapering who use public schools, right? I could tag different information so that then later I could market to them in a different way that makes sense for them. So tagging is amazing. Then you can decide whether or not to set them up with a sequence right away. I'm going to say no because we're going to keep it nice and simple. But what does this mean? You could have a whole series of emails all about diapering, maybe tips, and every day they get a different tip. And it just makes them really start to know, like, and trust you and build that rapport and want to buy maybe your diapers or your course or whatever it is that you're offering. The opt-in settings, you can choose a single opt-in where they just put their name and the email in, they click submit, and they then are sent to a thank you page where they can access the gift that you've offered them, or it sends them an email and it's sent in that email. A double opt-in is a step in between where they put their name and their email in, they click submit, and then they go to a please confirm page where it asks them to please check their email and then click the please confirm link just to make sure it really was them who wanted this information. Because there are people out there who will use other people's email addresses just to get free stuff online. And then those other people, unfortunately, are going to get all this spamming email, and people don't want that. And that's why we have a double opt-in option. And if that is the case, then you would create that email in here telling them, like, we need to confirm it's you. It's a generic one. You can modify that. And then we need to send them to the thank you page down here. But we're going to keep it simple right now. And you can learn more about that as you get familiar with groovefunnels. So we're just going to keep it as single opt-in for right now. Then you need to also put in a thank you page, which we'll create in just a moment. And the thank you page, so I would literally just do something like thanks, or I'd spell it incorrectly apparently. And we want to send them an email to welcome them. Welcome to this diapering company. We're looking forward to helping you, save the environment and keep your baby's bottom nice and healthy, something like that. And then you can put access to that checklist in there, or that video lesson, or that ebook, whatever it is that you're giving away. And that's all you need to do on this. This bottom part here, forward responses, if you have somebody else working for you and you want to make sure that they see the responses that come in, you would put their email address in there so that they get notified every time a new person comes in. In most cases, you probably won't use this. And then you would say done editing, then your form is ready. All right, so now we want to create a thank you page. We want to keep the same style. And the easiest way to do that is just to go over here. This is when we're on, click the three dots, and then you can duplicate the page. Look, it's copy. And to change these names, you can click on rename, and then you could do whatever the name is, In this case, I'm just going to keep it as page 6 so I can keep track of it later. But I'm going to say like diapering or something, or diapers. Okay. And then this is the URL at the end. So whatever your address is, so yourbusiness.com / this is what you write. So on this little cogwheel up here, that's where you can put in here like thank you. And this time I'll spell it right. All right. So now if we look at the pages, then you can see it says thank you there instead. And this one, for example, if I click back on here, we could change that to say free checklist. And that would be the name of your URL for your free checklist. So now it says free checklist. So it would be yourbusinessname.com / free checklist. Okay, so on the thank you page, all we want to do is we will change this and say thank you. It's really, really nice to say thank you to people. Download your checklist. We'll remind them that it's free below. And then we'll get rid of this, delete that. We'll get rid of this, delete that. And we'll put an image in there. We can either grab an image from over here, or you can also, if you already have an image, you could just duplicate it and then move it over there. And then we can just change out the picture. And we'll just use I'll use this one for example. Yours would obviously match. And then we want to say link to URL. In Groove Member is where you can actually add files. And then you can grab the file, copy the URL, and then we paste the URL in, and I'd say open in a new tab. And then when they go to click on it, it would open that in a new tab and it would download for them. And obviously it wouldn't say rank fast. In this case, it would be something about eco diapers. This is a checklist I created to help YouTubers get their YouTube videos to rank really fast. So I'm just going to use that one for right now. So let's have a look at that thank you page. And there it is. It can, again, be really simple. The only other thing that you might want to add, again, is a footer with your legal pages on there. But yeah, this is as simple as it gets. Okay, so I wanted to tell you just a little bit more about grooveai. So this is the platform that Mike Filsame is using, and it's going to work seamlessly with groovefunnels. They're separate companies, but they're going to work seamlessly together. And you're going to have just a little robot that you can use at the top. And then inside your pages, instead of going to ChatGPT like we did, you can just write your copy right there and pop it right into the page. And I will show you, I'll do a demo as soon as I get access to beta, because Mike was going to send it to me first, which is really sweet of him. And the full platform, if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link for that below as well, because it is a game changer and it is going to absolutely rock your world and save you so much time, and you won't have to become a copywriter and waste time trying to figure out how to write copy that sells. Just use AI and use it in a way that has already been pre-set up by marketers who already know how to sell, which you cannot do with ChatGPT. So I'm really excited for that. As a thank you for being here today and learning about how to create an opt-in page using groovefunnels and AI, I want to thank you for that. I've got a link below to an online course, which is my 10-day course on how to build an online business. And if you want to know exactly step by step how to build out your whole business, how to look for your product, how to validate that it's a product that will sell, how to market that product and set everything up on autopilot, how to use free ads from Google and so on to market your business, then sign up for this and you'll get access to all of that. And if you're not interested, but you just want to have a look at groovefunnels, then just simply click on the new things at the bottom here so that you can download groovefunnels yourself. I hope that was helpful. I've also got some extra bonuses if you do decide to get Groove through my affiliate link. Thank you so much. Again, the free level is free at no cost to you. And I've got some bonuses for you to thank you for that. So these are the bonuses I'm giving away for anyone who either buys the free level, gets the free level, or upgrades to the full level of Groove. There are some different bonuses for the different levels, and they are my how to rank on YouTube, what I was telling you about, how to get ranked fast on YouTube for free with your YouTube marketing, and you don't have to be on camera. And I also have a special course that walks you through exactly how I do all of my search engine optimization, plus the online business course that I told you about. You'll get access to that. And one of the biggest struggles that entrepreneurs have consistently is setting goals and achieving them, and getting over some mental mind blocks that we tend to have that hold ourselves back, or feeling we're not good enough, or that people aren't going to buy from us. And I've put together a whole course for you that you can have as my gift to help you through that and make sure that you do achieve all of those business goals. And then I've also got a gift from my dear friend Paul Murphy, who is going to show you how to get free Google traffic for affiliate promotions, affiliate products, if you don't have your own business yet to sell, or your own products or services to sell, and you want to start using this to make money promoting other people's products and services and get paid a very handsome commission. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Write it in the comments below. I read all of them. I answer all of them, and I can't wait to read your comment and tell me what business you are starting. All right. And next, go and take a look. I've done a review of grooveai, and you can check out how it's going to work and what it's going to change. It's going to blow your mind.